Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Honda Ridgeline Trailsport in Radiant Red Metallic 2 with a black interior. The Trailsport is Honda's more rugged Ridgeline. Below this you have the RTL. The Sport will be the base model, and above this you have the Black Edition. Now the RTL, the Trailsport recently replaced the RTLE, but they still miss some features that the RTLE had that you don't get in a Trailsport. Let's start with the front fascia. Every Ridgeline would either have a different color grille or a different design grille to kind of distinct it what trim level it is. The headlamps, you do get an LED projector. You do have an incandescent high beam. You don't get LED daytime running lights. Actually, do you get? Yeah, you get LED daytime run lights on the Trailsport and Black Edition. But if you get a Sport or an RTL, the incandescent high beam will be your daytime running light. Now down below, you do have a incandescent turn signals, not LED, and you do get LED fog lights on the Trailsport. You have a functional bumper curtain here. You have sensors in the bumper, flat black down below. You have this gray finish to kind of break up some of this flat black. The grille is the same color as this gray portion as well. Honda emblem up front that houses your radar and your H. And Trailsport stands right in the grille to let you know I do not have a regular Ridgeline. I got the more rugged one, the off-road ready one. Now this portion on top of the grille is gloss black. Depending on what trim level you get, it will be black or it'll be chrome. I think the Black Edition Trailsport is black, and I think the Sport is black too, and only the RTL is chrome. Could be mistaken. Comment down below if I missed that. Now the Ridgeline has been redesigned recently over the years to make it look a little bit more aggressive. So you still have the flat grille, the more power bulge hood, the updated bumpers, and the updated fenders. Now come around to the side profile, you definitely know this is a Ridgeline just from taking a look at it. Some people were complaining that when this body style first came out, it looked too much like a hearse or a minivan or a Pilot. That's why they kind of flattened out that front end. Now the Trailsport will give you 18s, and I believe these are shark gray finished design wheels, and you actually get all-terrain tires on the Trailsport. 23 and beyond, when the Trailsport first came out, had rugged, tires, but they weren't all-terrain tires. They were like regular tires that were a little bit more knobby. These were actually all-terrain tires, which are general grabbers, which is nice. Now the tires are 245/60 wall, of course, are 18, and you don't get the inch ground clearance in this Trailsport like you do in the Pilot, but the suspension is tuned like the Trailsport Pilot, so it's tuned for off-roading. You just don't get that same inch level. Now above the tire, you have this flat black here that kind of wrap around the whole Ridgeline, and this one does have a protection package, so wheel locks, splash guards, and I believe an in cargo bed, cargo tray as well too, but we'll look at that in a second. The side mirrors are gloss black up above, flat black down below. LED turn signal is integrated in the mirror itself, and around the windows, flat black. The pillars, flat black. Door handles are body colored. You do have this body line that go across the sign, kind of break off some of that roundness. Same thing on the lower portion as well. You don't get the new gas cap that Honda's been using on all of their models where you push it, it'll open, or you push it, it'll close. You still have to push a button in there. I'm sure when they redesigned the Ridgeline, it probably will adapt that. There's a few things that the Ridgeline don't have, like the new Pilot has, because the new Pilot has been redesigned. The Passport, the Odyssey, and the Ridgeline is still based on that previous Pilot chassis. Now, taking a look at the rear, you also know the Ridgeline because it says Ridgeline stamped in the back. No more Honda emblem right here in the middle. It does says Honda here in chrome, and you get a Trailsport badge here. Like I said, I got the rugged Ridgeline. You don't. Now, the tail lights are a combination. So you have LED on the outside. The turn signals you see there, incandescent, reverse lights, incandescent as well. This model does have a PPO package on it, and I believe it's a Function Plus package. If you're not sure what a PPO package is from the factory, Honda will install some parts that pretty much you'll save money on labor. It costs less than getting it done at the dealership. So when they build this vehicle, they added this parts from factory. It's kind of gloomy today, so you guys probably can't see the window sticker, but this has a Function Plus package, which comes with a tonneau cover, bed cargo net, the tie downs on the interior, and the door sill film, which I'll show you guys that in a second. So this is the tonneau cover you can add as an accessory through Honda. This one has a PPO package, so it comes with it standard, which is a very popular accessory. Shark fin style antenna. It is body colored. The rear window spoiler, you get a gloss black back here. You do get a power sliding rear view glass. I think all the Ridgelines get that besides the Sport. Sport won't have the power glass. On the lower portion of the bumper here, you do have sensors in the bumper, flat black. Tone package is standard with your pin connector as well. So you have the receiver and your pin connectors in here. I believe it's a 7-pin connector as well. And you do have your license plate lights, but I believe these are incandescent as well. I don't think those are LED. And overall, just a nice design. You have the updated dual exhaust, and those are actually tips. Everyone is hiding their tips nowadays or don't even expose them anymore. Ridgeline still has the dual exhaust like the Passport. You're probably shopping for a Ridgeline because of the dual hinge tailgate, where you can open it this way. Now it will flop down if you let it, so it's not like a soft open or anything like that, but it can open like, you know, like a traditional tailgate, or you can open sideways as well. So when it's open sideways like that, you can easily access the bed without climbing over the bed. Now with the tonneau cover, this is easy to use. So you have a handle here that you pull down and a handle here that you pull down, and it will allow you to flip it open. Now from Honda, they do zip tie it, which is interesting. I'm not gonna go ahead and break the seal now, but at least you guys can get an idea what it looks like here in the bed. Now you do have an in-bed cargo as well. Look how deep that guy is. Part of this PPO package, you get the cargo nets as well, and part of the protection package that it has, you have the in-bed cargo tray. You also have a drain plug in the bed as well. You can add dividers if you want dividers in there to kind of organize in here. Front license plate bracket, but it's super deep in there. I'm trying to give you guys an idea. You can hide all types of stuff in there. Spare tires right there, and look, even the spare tire is a little bit rugged. That's cool. You have your tools there, and then this tray actually slides out so you can access the spare tire. Now the bed is already lined from factory. You don't have to put in no drop-in line or anything like that. The cargo light is not LED, but at least to get you lighting back here. And also you have multiple tie downs. So for example, so you have a tie down here, you have one right there, and then you have one up there for the tonneau cover. Same thing over here. They added that for the tonneau cover, but you do have a tie down here as well too, and one all the way back there with the added one back there. One thing that the discontinued RTLE that this Trailsport is replacing had was an actual household outlet in here. Let's see, get in there. So this is just storage. You don't actually have the plug like you had in the RTLE. You will get the plug in the black edition, which is the level above this, but Ridgeline no longer have the in-bed speakers. So that's one thing that was unique on the 23s and older, that RTLE and up always had the speakers in the bed that you could play out loud, which is cool, but at least they still give you storage in there. Here is the key for the 2025 Ridgeline. It still uses the previous Honda key. So far, the Passport and the Ridgeline are the only two models that haven't upgraded to the newer, smaller, kind of curvier key. But you have lock, you have unlock, you have remote start built into the key fob. You have your panic button, and you flip it over, you do have a switch right here you can pull to remove the emergency key that's in the fob. And this one is numbered number 1 because you do have memory seats standard. So with the smart key, you do have smart entry. Push this button right here. It will lock all the doors. Put your hand in there, unlock the door. So the key can stay in your pocket. You don't even have to have it out. By default, it will only unlock the driver door. You can go into settings and have it unlock all doors when you put your hand in the driver door. On the passenger side, if you put your hand in that door handle first, it will unlock all of the doors. Starting off with the door card here, you do have soft touch up here, slightly soft touch up there, soft touch there where you rest your arms, soft touch as well. Auto up down for just for the driver and passenger. Surprised they didn't do it for all 4, but you hold it for the rear. Power locks, lock the windows. Your 2-position memory seating controls are up here and only on the driver door. Now you do have some storage down below here, an additional storage here as well, and some storage here. So plenty of storage everywhere. Orange stitching that's unique for the Trailsport, and the door handle here you can see just a regular flat black material, nothing too crazy. Now on the driver seating, it is a 10-way power adjustment. You have lumbar in and out. You have the seat here, forward and back. Forward and back. Oh, it's missed this part. Forward and back for the whole seat. Up and down for the whole seat. And you can tilt the seat as well too. So you can kind of raise the thigh portion here up and down. On the passenger side, you do get a 4-way power adjustment. So forward, back, forward and back for the rear of the seat. I don't know why I always miss the controls, but there's no up and down adjustment on the passenger side. Part of the PPO package are these door sills that you can add, from your dealership, but if you get one with a PPO package, Honda will install that already. And then let's jump into the interior here. So it's good foot on brake, push the button, and then we'll close this door up. The interior is a nice place to be. Now the Trailsport only comes in black interior with the orange stitching. So you can see you have Trailsport embroidered in the headrest, perforated in the middle, and you have your orange stitching there as well. Orange stitching everywhere. That's unique for the Trailsport. If you get a black edition, then everything will be red stitched. On the left side of the steering wheel here, you do have some controls. Now, you do have a power window and power folding mirrors. That's what this button right here is actually for. But when you lock the Ridgeline, it won't fold in the mirrors automatically like the Pilot. You actually have to push the button here, and then it'll fold in the mirrors for you. So I'm assuming once this Ridgeline gets redesigned to the newer chassis, like the Pilot, it will probably get the automatic power folding mirrors. But it's cool that you do get those. And then you have the Econ Assist here, on and off. You do have parking. Your parking sensors on and off. Below that, you have your road departure mitigation here. You have your traction control on and off there, automatic braking, cargo light for the bed, and then your wiper deicer zone, I believe that's called, where you turn that on. It will pretty much warm up the bottom of your windshield to unstuck your wipers if it's stuck in snow or ice or anything like that. For 2024, Honda kind of switched up the placement of the steering wheel controls on the Ridgeline. For 2025, it still follows suit. So you still have next track, previous over here, volume. You have a home button that controls the new, I believe it's a 7-inch digital cluster that's on the left side. The right side is a standard analog, and you do have a digital speedometer as well. Scroll wheel that will also control that display up there. Voice command, and if you hold it, it should be, I believe, Siri for Apple. Not sure if it works for Google. But on the right side, you do have some of your cruise features and your Honda sensing features. So you have main, which is cruise on and off, cancel, resume, set. What's standard on the Trailsport is a heated steering wheel, which is nice. You have your adaptive cruise control distances here and lane keeping assist button here. Behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters, plus and minus, that will control the 9-speed automatic transmission. You don't get the updated 10-speed that's in the Pilot. Remember, the Ridgeline and Passport and Odyssey is still based on the previous Pilot system that Honda used. It's not on the newer chassis yet. So I'm assuming once they redesign this guy, maybe it'll get the 10-speed. Now the steering wheel is adjustable. So you come back here, it's like a lever. You pull that down. You can go in, out, up and down, kind of customize it how you want it, or put it wherever position you want it as well. And behind the steering wheel, you do have your lighting control. So you have off, auto, parking light, and just on. You have auto high beam and low beam as well. Fog light switches here. On the right side, you will have your wiper control, so off, intermediate, low, and high, which is nice. Now, if you hit the home button over here, you can bring up a different menu up here. Actually, I'm going to zoom in and show you guys. So you have range and fuel, you have speed and time for the engine, with audio you're listening to, your phone controls, your navigation. So if you don't have a destination in there, it will just be a compass, and look, it'll even show you what road you're on. I'm on the dealership lot, so the GPS don't know what's going on. All-wheel drive torque distribution, maintenance, and I believe in maintenance, maintenance just oil life, tire pressure is separate that you have in this different menu here, which is nice. You can have nothing where it's just blank. Also in no content is where you switch the miles per hour to kilometers if needed to. Brightness control right here, gauge display settings here, where you can kind of remove different, information you don't want to view on this list. Warning, back to range and fuel. What's cool too is that there is some of the new Hondas kind of got rid of the coolant gauge or the temp gauge. Honda actually kind of incorporated with the digital tachometer right there in the middle. You guys can see right there, which is cool. You have your outside temperature, your odometer, what mode you're in, gas tank, all that good stuff. And then, like I said, speedometer is on the right side. So easy to use, easy to control. You don't get the full digital in none of the models, not even the Black Edition, kind of like the Pilot or the Accords or a Civic, but at least they finally updated that from the older Honda system. You also have your blind spot monitoring on the inside instead of it on the side mirrors itself. So from the outside, a lot of people like to just look at the mirror to see if it has it. Don't do that because you don't think it doesn't have it, and it does have it on the inside. Coming along to your touchscreen display here for 2024, Honda finally refreshed the infotainment system and gave the Ridgeline the newer 9-inch display, because I think the previous one was either it was a 7-inch display, I believe. So now you get a bigger display, and now you get the updated Honda Link as well. Now you don't get the built-in Google, kind of like the Civic and the Accord, but at least you have an updated system, because a lot of people complain that the previous Honda Link in the 23s and the older were just so slow. That's because that was from 2017, I guess they had that system. So here you have, all your apps. You have navigation built in on the Trailsport. You have phone controlled. You have FM, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it is wireless. Finally, it's wireless. The Passport does not get the new 9-inch for 2025. It has an 8-inch still, and you can't get wireless, which is interesting. But for 25 on the Ridgeline and 24, actually starting 24, you get the wireless Sirius XM, which has been disappearing on different cars, Bluetooth audio, general settings, vehicle settings, and I like to go in vehicle settings because you have the new menu. Look at that. You get that. Look at this. It's the actual Ridgeline headline and everything. You get the new menu here, which is cool. And then if I go to door and window setup, go to the bottom. Tailgate power lock-in is off by default. So when you lock your Ridgeline, it won't lock the tailgate. So if you want it to lock with the key, or when you hit lock, make sure you come in here and turn that on, because from factory that is not set by default. And walkway auto lock is also a feature that's off that you can turn on in your settings as well. But I just like the new UI and the new layout for the settings. USB, AM, system updates. You have a clock, and with clock you can have it where it don't view no apps. It just shows a clock. And if you really wanted to kind of customize this guy, you could change the clock faces and either have all different types of analog clocks or digital clocks, which is cool. You can even add a picture there if you wanted to, and the picture will be right as the background. But I don't know who really does that anymore, but you can do it on your Ridgeline, which is nice. Now you have Honda Link 2, and back here you have smart shortcuts and display mode. To be honest, mostly everyone's gonna be using either Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but it's nice to have a decent UI. You do have physical buttons on the left side, which is home, back. You have a volume knob, which is power, and you have some seat keys, so next track, previous track as well. Shortcuts down here, and this is on the touchscreen display. You can grab an app and drag it down and just kind of have it down here whenever you want. You have this little lip right here, I guess, to rest your wrist on when you're touching this display, which is nice. And you can see it's a little bit angled as well. It does have the little protective film from factory, so you're gonna see some glare, but without the protective film, you can actually really see it, and it's not like right there in the sun either, the way how it's angled. Down below that, you do have tri-zone climate control, which I'm not sure if most trucks in this segment is gonna get this now, but Ridgeline has always been tri-zone for a while, and most trucks were dual zone. So the driver, rear passenger, and your passenger can have 3 different temperatures, which is nice. So you have your toggle here for driver, passenger, sync, your mode, fan speed, AC on and off, air circulation, on and off for the whole system, auto climate control, and here are your rear seating controls. So you can tap that guy on and adjust the settings back there, make it 62 degrees back there, or turn it on and off, and blank button there. And you have a front defrost, rear defrost, and heated side mirrors is on the same button. So if you look, you can have the rear 62, passenger could, catch on fire if they wanted to, go all the way up to 80 some degrees. You can stay cool and low, but if it sync, you control all 3 zones. Below that, you do have your heated seats. If you want ventilated seats, you finally can get it on a Ridgeline, but it's only in a black edition, which started in 24. But yeah, that's something a lot of people complain that the Ridgeline didn't have. High, medium, and low for the driver and passenger, and some storage there. Down below, you have a USB-A and USB-C. If you want to use the Apple CarPlay Android Auto wired, you have to plug it into the A. C is just for charging. You also have a power outlet here as well. And you have a wireless phone charger, which is standard on every Ridgeline. And the center console has been updated where it's just wider and bigger and can fit more things, because I think 23 Ridgeline had one wireless charger, and that's all you can fit. That's it. You can fit one phone. That's it. Now you can put 2 phones down here rested if you wanted to. And I love that they didn't use gloss black right here, because stuff like that get dusty and scratch pretty easy. Here's your shifter. They're all push buttons. Hold the brake, and you can push down park and put in reverse. You can see the backup camera here. No 360 backup camera on the Ridgeline, but you do get Honda's multi-angle backup camera, where you have a wide angle, normal, and you have a top-down view as well. cross traffic on and off. You can also kind of make it smaller and have a radar around your ridgeline and brightness as well. So all standard, which is cool. Put that guy back into park. Neutral drive. You hit drive again, it'll put the transmission to S mode, where it will hit higher RPM, shift more, a little more aggressively. Throttle response will be way more sensitive for more spirited driving. You have your different terrain mode here, where you can go from mud, sand, normal, and snow. And based on whichever one you choose, the transmission will automatically adjust, kind of based on your terrain that you're in. If you have it on snow mode, then it'll take away from the throttle response a little bit, where it'll try to get you unstuck wherever you are. Does it automatically, which is nice. You have your engine auto stop button here. You turn that guy off. Standard cup holders here. The Trailsport will give you ambient lighting, and it will light up around the cup holders. I'll put up a quick video of what that looks like. So the cup holders will be orange. The footwells is orange. The door handle's orange, and under here too it lights up orange, which is nice. So you can see it at night, give you that rugged feel. And because Honda updated the center console here, no more armrest right here, so you don't really have a captain's chair up front anymore, but you do have a bigger armrest that's soft touch, orange stitch. Actually, it's really soft, and this is actually bigger too. So it's a bigger cubby, no plugins in there at all, just a tray and storage, but now you have more space. It doesn't move forward and back or anything like that. Your glove box is lockable, which is nice, and it's not damp, which is interesting. But it is a bin style, and it's not lined with felt either. Standard size, nothing crazy. Above your touchscreen display, you do have an auto dimming rear view mirror with HomeLink built in, which is cool because Honda's been slowly getting rid of standard HomeLink, and I think they want you to use your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto to open and close your garage now. That's why they're not made. I'm not too sure. That's what I'm assuming. Because some cars you can't even add this as an accessory no more with the newer Hondas, but on your Ridgeline, it's standard on your 25. Up above that, you do have some lighting controls here that are LED, which are bright at night. It's actually nice to have. Seen it on the passenger side too, little map lights. You have a sunglass holder. This used to be a mirror up here. I don't know why they reused the Pilot's same part. They just got rid of the mirror. Not sure why. It was a cool feature. And you do have your controls here to open the moonroof and the back glass. So the left one is going to be for the moonroof. So you pull that guy back, it'll automatically open it all the way for you. And if you push it straight up, oh, not forward. Yeah, you push it straight up, it'll actually close and ventilate and go straight up for you as well. Forward will always close it. And then for the back glass back there, you have this guy right here you can use to open, and it'll open your power glass, which is nice. And you do have your switch here for your door if you want the lights to come on. When you open the door, you do have to manually close this guy back. Black headliner, which is nice. Take a look at the visor. And you do have lighting. They're not LED, but at least they give you lighting with a mirror. And let's take a look at the passenger side. It is vanity with a mirror as well. So we're gonna jump out of here and let's take a look at the second row. So open this guy up. One thing about the Passport and the Pilot is the second row won't have as much space back here as those two cars. The rear door does open pretty wide. The Pilot, I think the 17 and 18, people complain that the rear doors open not wide enough. So I think for 19 or maybe 20, they made the door open a lot wider. Now this Ridgeline does, like I said, it has the PBO package. So you have the door sills, and you have these cargo hooks here that you can add this as an accessory to any of your Ridgelines through your dealership. This one just already comes with it. Now with the seats up, you can see you have plenty of room back here. I think Honda says you could fit a whole bike back here with the tire on, stand up here, and there's plenty of storage that you have back here. The Trailsport comes standard with all-season mats from factory, so no carpet. They're the rubber ones, and it says Trailsport in the mat itself, which is nice. I'm gonna take this out for a second so I can show you guys what it'll look like with the seats folded down. All you gotta do is pull this handle here, and it drops the seats down, which is easy. Same thing with lifting it up. You pull it, it'll lift it up. Now with the seats down, plenty of storage underneath. Look at that. You can put all types of things underneath there. And you do have a latch here for the car seat or booster seat or whatever you're using. There's another one down there as well too, you guys can see. Before we jump into the back seat, let's take a look at the door. Hard touch, this is hard touch too. Slightly soft touch. It's not as soft as the front, but it's still soft touch. Orange stitching back here. Window control. You do get a cup holder and smartphone holder or some type of storage here, which is nice. Door handle is pretty standard. No storage down below with a speaker. So these rear seats is also perforated like the front, which is nice, and you get the orange stitching. Orange stitching all over. Black interior, like I said, is the only color that you can get. If you want a colored interior, you're gonna have to get an RTL. Or maybe, does Sport come in a different, I think Sport only comes with black interior. We're gonna go build one and double check. I have this seat all the way back, and you can see it is touching my knee with this seat all the way back. And this is one reason why you may still get a Passport or a Pilot for the second row space. But comparing this to a Tacoma, Frontier, and all the other trucks in the space of Ranger, the Ridgeline does have one of the most spacious back seats, and legroom, headroom, and width as well. Most of these trucks, no one wants to sit behind you because there's barely any space. Now you do have ear vents back here. You can't control it from back here. I showed you can control it from up there, but it's cool that they give you your own zone back here, which is nice, with a power outlet as well. Now behind the driver's seat, you do have a mat pocket. You do have one behind the passenger seat as well, which is nice. Let's go ahead and drop this guy down. You can do it with one hand, which is easy to do. You have an armrest back here with cup holders and storage, and it don't just flop down. It actually kind of sits up, which is nice. You can actually rest your elbow on there and it'll be comfortable. Middle seat do have the headrest back here, and then you have your kind of your tethers for your car seat if you want to put one back here. For like an infant car seat, you may want to move up the passenger seat just a little bit. So, or you may want to get a Passport if you really need a lot more room and you really don't need a bed. You do have lighting back here as well. Little coat hanger on the handles on both sides, which is nice. But it's still a nice place to be. These are stadium rear seats where you sit up higher than the passenger seat. So you guys can see this is my driver's seat, and like this is my face level right now, and my head is over the headrest for the driver. You see the cockpit as well. Nice place to be. Overall, very comfortable. I will be trying to do driving reviews as well. Comment below if you would like to see me drive these cars and tell you my opinion on them. I'm pretty familiar with Hondas. I sell these. I drive these all day long. But the Trailsport is one of my favorite trim levels in the Ridgeline because it's right there in the middle. It's not black edition pricing. These are still, this is almost 50 though, almost touching 50, but this one does have the Function Plus package, which add another $50, $100 to the MSRP. But remember, if you wanted to add all these accessories from your dealership, it's gonna cost you more than $1,500, so you save some money. Let's close everything up and let's actually take a look at the trim walk of the Ridgeline and build one up. I want to show you some colors that they come into and some configurations. Thank you for making it this far. If you're still watching the video, you're a real one. So for 2025, Honda's added this plus trim to the Ridgeline lineup. So for example, you have the Sport here, and then you have the Sport Plus, and this will give you 18-inch Honda Performance Development HPD alloy wheels. So you can get either Sport or Sport with the wheels, which is interesting that they're going for this Plus. But what I'm thinking is whenever Honda make a special edition or some type of new trim, whatever, chances are that is the last year of this generation before they refresh the complete, chassis or something like that. So that's what I'm assuming. 26 is going to have a complete redesign. You guys already see the 26 Passport has already been spied and driving around. But let's focus on the 25s. So the 25s are rolling in now. And the Trailsport is going to add 2 or upgrade RTL features. So first thing is the off-road tuned suspension, 245, 60, 18, 105T, all-terrain tires. You actually get real all-terrain tires, which is a nice upgrade. Oil pan skid plate, 18-inch Pewter Gray alloy wheels. What did I say in the video? I say shark gray or something like that. I'm too used to Acura and Honda. Body colored parking sensors, front and rear. Honda sensing feature. They had to throw that in there. LED daytime running lights. And the reason why they mentioned that is because in the video I told you the Sport and the RTL don't have LED daytime running lights. The high beam will be your daytime running lights, and they're incandescent. Power folding heated power side mirrors with integrated LED turn indicators and reverse gear tilt down. That is a mouthful, but you have that on the Ridgeline, on your Trailsport. Perforated leather trim, seats with orange stitching, Honda satellite link navigation system with voice recognition, Honda high definition digital traffic and turn-by-turn directions. Another mouthful, but that's what you get on your Trailsport. 12-volt power outlet, front console, second row, heated leather wrapped steering wheel, compass, orange ambient LED lighting, illuminated beverage holder in the front, and all-weather floor mats. Here's the 4 levels that they come in, and we're gonna go with the Trailsport, of course. So all-wheel drive is standard, 280 horsepower, 9-speed automatic transmission. So you don't get a 10-speed, like I mentioned in the video. You can tow up to 5,000 pounds, and high-capacity radiator with 2 power fans, integrated trail hitch, pre-wired for 7. I think it was a 7-pin connector that's standard on all Ridgelines. So 262 foot-pound of torque. So this powertrain has been around for a long time, J series, and it just works. You know why? I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do for the new generation. I'm assuming they may keep the V6 because the Passport is gonna have the V6 still. So let's look at the design. Look at some colors. So for the Trail Sport, you can get crystal black pearl, which only comes with black leather interior. And I'm not going to go through the interior because they're all black leather interior with the orange stitching. You have modern steel metallic. You have solar silver metallic, which was replaced by lunar silver metallic. And the only 3 colors you don't pay a premium price for. Now, you do have diffused sky blue pearl, which is a $455 price upcharge because it is a premium color. And you have platinum white pearl, radiant red metallic 2. I'm starting to like this color. This is my new favorite color now in the Honda lineup. I don't know why. It just looks good on every trim level you look at. It's not burgundy. It's not cherry fire hydrant red. It's right there in between. It's a really good color. And then you got Sonic Gray, which I'm surprised they didn't throw Urban Gray on here because they do Sonic Gray on everything. So that's pretty interesting. So we're going to go back to the Radiant Red because that's what we're working with. Let's look at the wheel options you can get. Here are the HBD Plus wheels, I'm assuming. I think these are the HBD Plus wheels. And Shark Gray machine alloys. I mean, they do look more beefier, I will say. Like, they do look a little bit more trucky, more off-roady. Look at that. All right, those look good. So I can see people actually getting that Plus package because it actually looks good. But let's leave it on the... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the stock wheels, to be honest. So taking a look at the packages. So this is what you can add at your dealer. You have an adventure package. Look at this thing, $5,000. This thing comes with a bunch of stuff. You get the wheels, sensors, crossbar fender flares, front grille, black running boards, black roof rails. Yeah, so you get a little bit of everything on this guy. Now, do not take these pricing into consideration. Actually, take that with a grain of salt because this price is only for the parts. It's not for installation and whatever your dealership would charge. So it will vary per dealership. Cargo storage package, outdoor essentials 2, protection package, rugged utility. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm glad that Honda give you multiple packages to choose from. Let's jump right into the electronics. And you can get the welcome lights on this. I haven't seen this in person. I'm excited to see what this will look like. When the vehicle's unlocked, white LED will provide warm greeting, includes both sides. I think if you live like on a farm somewhere, like, you know, you're using this to you're in a rural area, I think it'll come in handy when there's no street lights and stuff like that at night. Let's look at the interior. You got the door sill protection. You know what? Let's go back to packages real fast because, never mind, because I forgot Honda don't show PPO packages on the website anymore. Don't know why they don't do that, but they don't. First aid kit, embedded cargo trunk tray. You have the dividers. Look at that embedded cargo trunk net. Is that new? Has that always been there? I've never noticed that, but I think that will actually come in handy. That's actually a cool feature, the cargo net. You get the carpet trunk, which is nice. The rear under seat storage system, cargo tray under the seat, rear seat covers, the utility hooks. And actually, let me see. These can hold up to 15 pounds. Okay. That's pretty heavy. 15 pounds. Pretty heavy. And then the trunk bed cargo net. Now, let's take a look at the exterior. You have the bed extender for motorcycles. You have the regular bed extender. Bike attachment, which is cool. I like that. You do have a frame or the full bike, which is nice. Okay. It's cool to have. I think I prefer a hitch. Rack, bike rack, but some people, they may need to tow something that comes in handy. Bi-side molding, crossbars. These are all your basic goodies on here. Now, door visors is something I like door visors. I mean, some people don't like how these look. I like door visors. Definitely gonna put this on my car. I need some door visors. And I love the blacked out, not the blacked out, but you can fill in Ridgeline in black. It looks so clean in person. And the blacked out Honda, it's a nice touch. I love the HPD grill. Fender flares is okay. Tonneau cover. And then you have the hood protector. And then you can put HPD graphic. It's so funny because 2023, I believe, you got an HBD package. It came with the stickers, fender flares, all type of stuff like that. Now HBD package is gone, or maybe it's still there. I don't know. I haven't seen it. You can choose it, so you have the decals, kayak, mover flaps. I love the HBD mud flaps. They should have this available in every SUV. Because if I'm in the market with an SUV, I'm throwing those on there for a Ridgeline Passport. I don't think you get on the Passport. If they add it on there, I would definitely get one of those running boards. And then here's the regular splash guards. They're separate front and rear. I have no idea why Honda did that, but they did. Tent in the bed. But yeah, pretty basic stuff. For 25 and 24, it's the same thing. You just have the plus trim level, and you can't get the plus in a black edition. But let's jump in and take a look at some pricing here. So we're looking at the base price of $45,380. Radiant red metallic is $45. Destination handling, you're looking at $47,230, just under $50 for a Trail Sport. Radiant red is just my new favorite color. I think if I'm in the market, that would probably be top of my list is Radiant red. But drop a comment below what you guys think about the Ridgeline. I think the updated infotainment system was, a big deal, especially from the previous entertainment system. And on the black edition, heated back seats and cooling front seats that's a big deal. So Honda made some changes in 24. 25 is gonna get the same goodies. 26 might be redesigned. I mean, the Ridgeline is overdue. It's been out since 2017. Ridgeline is overdue. So let's see what Honda do. But maybe you're in the market for a 25. Maybe you don't want a 26. I think the Trail Sport is a good package, especially if you're going to go off-roading, but you're not going to be doing front flips off the mountains or anything like that. It is a good choice. Let's talk about it. Comment down below. Make sure you follow the TikTok, the Instagram, Facebook, everything. Shaquem Walkaround. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next Walkaround.